Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? Not too bad. The last video, I was talking about rudeness with phones, and I didn't even get into the whole spectrum of it, just the little bit, that I see in our house. And it kind of took me on a tangent that I actually had to cut off because it was so long of an intro. Did you notice that? But anyway, yeah, it had to do with this rudeness, and I want my boys to grow up, to continue to grow, to be kind, selfless, mature, responsible males, men. Where it's really weird, where there's a child who didn't even know his dad till he's almost an adult, and similar characteristics. So I figure, I have a chance of doing this, okay? And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do this. So we have 2.5 baths in our house, okay? And 2 of them have humongous mirrors, okay? So I'm going to go back to school. Not. And I'm putting up flashcards on how to be an awesome man. So if you have tips, you can send them to me. And beyond open the door for women. No, open the door for women and elderly. Respect your elders. Because that old man who's 80, 90, or in a wheelchair, or with a walker, or whatever, respect your elders and help them out. Now, I'm not saying be a doormat. I'm not going to tell my kids to be doormats, and I will tell them, Basically, if you're not a priority to a person, then don't make them a priority. It's simple as that. But I really want them to have a better example, because my boys here, when they do things here, my little grandsons see it on this end. So we're creating that loop. Remember I told you that loop of evil creates evil creates evil, and healing people, heal people, heal people. Kind men raise kind men, raise kind men. I'm hoping it's something like that, Good man, good man, good man. I want them to be involved in their families. I want them to be, a leader, the caregiver, the, all of the things that they can be. So this is my thought process, and I'm going to check it out and see how it works for the year. As long as I can keep it up and find tips and things for them. I was on one blog, and one of them was drink black coffee. And I thought, what does drinking black coffee have to do with anything? I'm sorry. If you like creamer in your coffee, that doesn't make you a bad man. That doesn't make you a mediocre man. No, I want real things. Real things. Like hug your mama. Or whatever. Be nice to your siblings. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see what they say. I'm probably going to get the look, Mom's a quack. I'm not a quack. I just care. But anyway, today we're going to start our Valentine's soaps. My Valentine's soaps. I've done Valentine's soaps before, but nothing like this. Nothing like this. I wasn't even going to do Valentine's soaps. But last fall, I just had all these ideas, and I was like, oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. So I did this and this and this. And the very first one we're doing is the pink sangria. Now, a little bit different pour. I think we did this before, and I wanted to change. Yeah, still got to work on it because it didn't turn out totally correct. But it was pretty fun to do, and it was really crazy. And there is some liquor in this. So, what do you do with your liquor? I don't drink it. I put it in my soap. Except for the gin. Not the gin. But anyway, that's what we're doing. 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. And what's a good man worth? Let's go check out this soap. Okay, and to the soap. This is Pink Sangria. If you've been down to A to Z, you have seen my Valentine soaps out already. Yep, crash course. So if you look into the right, that is grapefruit shandy. More specifically, Leinenkugel's grapefruit shandy. Not my drink of choice, but my drink of choice to put, my choice of drink to put in this soap. Yeah, you'll see how I do it. I do it a little odd. No, I don't. I do it fine. The fragrance oil is from Wholesale Supply Plus. It is Pink Sangria. This is delightful in lotions. My Valentine packs are made with a scent. And it's so funny how it changes when you put it into soap. But this is how I add my grapefruit shandy. I just pour it in after it has come to trace. Then the sugars don't get all scorched and, because I don't want it to be scorched. I want it to be a pretty cute bar. No scorches allowed, please. My colors for this were Pink Vibrance and Baby Pink. Why Baby Pink? I'm not sure who that's from. That might have been my notes and not my actual color. And then, of course, some titanium dioxide powder, which we're not going to get into. This soap was a little bit on the odd side because I was using grape seed oil and safflower oil. I don't normally put those in my soaps unless I'm getting rid of them. And this was, that's probably where the grapefruit seed and the safflower came into, because it was, starting to go on the old side. And they're not old, but I just want to use them up before they, start doing bad things in my soap. So the pour for this was just to do so much of the white, and then a little bit of the pink, and then a little bit of the white, but it is just sticking to my paper. Yeah, it was really kind of not my best idea. I need to film on the other side. I don't think I get my head in the way so much when I film on the right side of the countertop, but I just feel you see more from this side, but what do I know? You can see super, super fluid. If I would have put that in the lye water, sometimes I have problems with so much sugar from the alcohol that it will thicken up. Yeah, I put peppermint schnapps in a bar once in the lye water. Yeah, you should have seen that thing stiffen up like a board. I got it in the mold. It did a really cool thing, but I mean, holy cow. Yeah, don't soap with peppermint schnapps. Okay, so after doing a couple runs on the one side, I flipped flip the mold over and do the same exact thing. The only problem with this is maybe I should have done, and I think I do it later on, like a little bit more color than just the one pour, but I wanted them thin. I mean, and they're so thin, and sticking to my wax paper. I don't know why. I do not know why, but they're sticking to the wax paper, and yeah. So then that's what I was doing earlier, was basically scraping it down. Watch, did I do it this time? Nope. Oh yeah, I did. Nope. Oh, I thought I was going to scrape the mold down because I did it the first time. I guess I'm just making sure my soap is nice and fluid. But yeah, that's all there is to this pour. It's just, And I tried to hurry up. There we go. There was the double pass. Yep. Because I was like, I gotta speed this up. This is, it could possibly get thick on me. I was expecting it to get a lot thicker than it did. Just because of all those alcohols. But since they were added at trace, emulsion, past emulsion, trace, whatever word you want to use there, it stayed pretty fluid for as long as it took me to do this. And then I started getting sloppy because I was worried, and don't get sloppy, just be patient. Yeah. It was a little stressful, but next time I do this, I think what I'm going to do is put more white between the flips. When I flip the mold, I'm going to put more white, heavily white, and then the colors, and then flip the mold, and then heavily white, and then the colors. I don't know. That was just a thought I was having after I cut it, So, what do? You just go with the flow. And it's a flowing. It's a going. It's all these things. So I don't normally do Valentine soaps, but I had so many ideas last fall for Valentine soaps that I decided I was going to make some Valentine soaps. However, I did not. I was going to do one specifically with a manly scent. Not that these are... Okay, Angel's Orchard, sure, but that technically wasn't a Valentine soap. It just kind of fit. It just fit in there. Yeah, I'm just like, what the heck? But yeah, I was gonna do a manly scent, but I didn't get it done, so it's okay. It's okay. Because it's funny, because there's, I have a brother who's really picky about his soap, like super picky about his soap. And I send him samples all the time of different soaps. And I'll tell you what, he never likes them. Or if he does like them, he doesn't keep the label, and then he doesn't know what it is. But then he can never tell me what color it is or what, So he's got one bar that he likes, and that's the bar he gets. That's the bar I make for him. Yeah, he doesn't like all those other manly scents. And and he doesn't like sweet. He doesn't like, he's a hard one. He's a pickle. I wonder if that, I have one coming out later. I wonder if that one he'd like, because it's kind of like the spicy, incense type of soap, And I hate when people call and they're like, just pick out a few soaps for me, and no, I hate that. You know why? Because I sit at vendor shows and I watch people smell all the soaps, and it's funny how certain ones they don't like. And then the next person comes along and they just love that one. And then somebody else comes along and they're like, it's okay. I like this one better. It's all personal preference, you guys. It's literally all personal preference when it comes to these scents and fragrance oils. And, as a soaper, we're just guessing. Because I read a lot of reviews on them and on the fragrance oils. And a lot of times it's like, oh, my customers love this, but I really don't like it, But we're making it for the customer, so, we got to do what we got to do. Yeah, see, this is just a long, fun pour. So I did kind of what I did with Angel's Orchard. I just put the soap down in a row along there, in somewhat of a row. And then I'm just going to take my little skewer and give it a swirl. Yeah, just a messy swirl. Because this one was actually made before the Rustic Woods and Rum one, which I call Red and White. Yeah, so I didn't have that technique yet. He got steep-upped. He got gelled. Look at this nice, pretty hard bar with glycerin rivers from Hallelujah. Yeah. Not sure why. I'm leaning towards the grapeseed and the safflower. Ooh, and it had a lot of sunflower in here too. Oh, yeah. Those are my liquid oils, my soft oils. I had a lot of that in there. Ooh, that could be. I haven't looked at, you know how people are like, ooh, those are cute. Oh, those are cute. Holy glycerin rivers again. Yeah, lots of glycerin rivers. I'm just like, what? But when I first started soaping, I read all the things, like how much apricot kernel oil max to use, how much grapeseed max to use, how much, there's always a maximum. Don't go over this much, castor, don't go over 5%. I've done castor. I typically do 10%. I've actually cut it back in the last few months just to see if there's any difference with the bars, and there's really not. I really like my castor at 10%. I like my canola at 10%, and that's one that people don't go too high. And actually, there is a bar somewhere out there that is at like 20-30% canola oil. Yeah, it's just crazy. So sometimes I think you gotta just do what you gotta do. But aren't those adorable and cute? And do you see how the upper ones with the double pass are so much cuter? They're not cuter. The swirls stand out better than the other ones. But isn't it funny how the swirls are bigger than the swirls on the other side? Like, why did that one side push so much more over? Is that not where I cleaned it out? Like I pushed down the mold? I don't know. But it's kind of funny because it should be the same on both sides. That was the plan to this, was for it to be on both sides equal, yeah, little swirls coming out on, bum, 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 bum. I don't know why I didn't. It's pretty funny. But they're cute. They're super cute. I think that bar's going to be for me. Here are the fragrance notes to this beautiful bar. And here's what the bar looked like just after it was cut. And since the fragrance oil discolors to a light yellow, this is what it looks like once it was cured. So, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.